Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Triangle Strategy, and guess what? We are almost done. We have finished all three of the main endings, and right now we are back at Chapter 17, where we are going to now go down the Golden Route ending, the true ending. So let's do this. Oh, didn't need to do that. Alright, let's go. So we're going to skip this first scene, but we are going to watch the second scene. This first scene was kind of long, but we did watch it when we went down the utility ending, so you can watch it there if you need to.
I understand each of you keenly, my friends. You have not arrived at these decisions lightly, and I do not doubt your convictions. Yet choosing any of the options before me risks creating a schism among the others. I cannot afford to lose any of you, not after how far we've come, which leaves me only one option.
There must be another way. So it looks like we may not be going with our scales.
Mustn't give in so readily. There must be another way. One that will bind us together, not tear us asunder. Now then, to find it. Certainties first. We cannot afford to relinquish control of the salt crystals to any one nation. Salt necessarily belongs to the people, and on that point I shall not waver. There must be a way to bring about the lasting peace Rosellen desires without the need for Heisent's warped teachings. Heisent moves to take the Grand Rosellian mines as I contemplate this. It must be stopped. They will no doubt make an ostentatious show of power in an attempt to intimidate us. What's worse, they'll soon be at our door, and we'll not defeat them with our army alone. Surely there's a way we can hold them off.
And here it comes. So this is not possible if we have used the wildfire before this. So that's why not using the wildfire is so important to this Golden Route ending. We must greet them with the Wolfort Domain's wildfire.
The wildfire, of course! Will draw them into the village and set the vast majority of their forces alight. The Hierophant will never relent, however. Heisent will bear down on us with the full force of their army. We've no chance of winning a protracted war. Heisent must fall, and quickly. We need Esfrost. We need the Death Snell. 'Tis the only way we'll pierce the goddess's shield. I hardly relish the thought of asking Gustadolf to come to our aid. He'll no doubt demand the salt crystals in return.
And Roland won't have it either.
Who might help us get our hands on that weapon?
And so when we decided to help out, what's-his-name, Sorceley, we ended up going north and meeting the mighty Lord Svarog. So, might Lord Svarog be the key? He just might. And since we revealed Roland's identity to him, which was another important choice for us to make, we managed to learn a little bit more about him and how we might be able to turn him. So,
Lord Svarog, yes! He swore to fight alongside us. It's time he made good on his word. We share a common enemy in Gustadolf. He'll be a boon! There is still the matter of how we invade Heisent and incite the Roselle to rebel.
And I think this one is the truth hidden within the goddess's statue. Let's look at the others. Press our case to the people of Heisent. If we can gain entry to the palace, we can assassinate. No, it's going to be the goddess's statue. It worked in the morality ending.
We'll blast away the statue and reveal Heisent's lies for all to see. If the Rosellen legends are true, an enormous pillar of salt rests within the goddess's statue. Revealing that will prove that the Roselle spoke truth all these years. Goddess and Hierophant alike will lose all claim to authority, leaving them open to a revolt from a united Roselle. And now we have the means to make the explosives that will bring Heisent to its knees. Just one problem remains. How will we manage to pass through the goddess's shield? No banner could pass into Heisent without arousing suspicion. Unless...
They're of the consortium. That's also something that we learned in the morality ending, didn't we? Yeah. The consortium. Claris is able to help us, just like he did in that route.
Unless they've no banner at all. The consortium, of course. One glimpse of the salt crystals ought to bring Claris to the table. So long as I play to his self-interest, the rest will follow.
Okay, cool.
I have it. I've found a way to give everyone what they want most in one fell swoop. The salt crystals will belong to all, and not just a privileged few. The people of Norzelia will finally be lords and ladies of their own making, masters of their own destinies. Benedict's fervent desire to protect the domain's integrity, Roland's yearning for equity, Frederica's resolve to free her people. I hear you all, my friends. You're not alone, nor are the countless others who look to me at this late hour. If ever there were a time to heed my father's last words, it is now. I must forge my own path and lead my people. The scales cannot save us this time. The words of my closest confidants have revealed a way forward that the scales never could. All that remains is to convince them to follow me down the path I have made. As Lord of House Wolford, I solemnly swear an oath by which all future lords shall be bound.
Oh my god!
I will never turn my back on the promise of a better world.
Did you see that? They all lit up. It's like a metaphor or something. Okay, we're down the golden route path now, so... okay. Let's do this thing. I think this ending is supposed to be at least one chapter longer than the others, so that's fun.
Thus did Serenoa ascertain the Scale's true purpose. Taking up the mantle of his late father, Lord Simone, and the ill-fated Dragan, Serenoa returns to present his allies with a bold new vision for Norzelia's future.
Those of Aspiration.
I have made up my mind. We turn the salt crystals over to no one, but we do not keep them for ourselves. Instead, we distribute them equally to every person across Norzelia and change the face of the continent.
Do you hear yourself?
Do you mean this sincerely, Serenoa?
What of the Roselle?
I speak my conscience, and I promise I have not forgotten the Roselle. Pray, grant me the time to explain my strategy. We must put an end to the teachings if we are to release the salt to all Norzelians. Which is to say, the holy state of Heisent must fall.
So we are to take up Benedict's proposal?
No. I propose we attack on 3 separate fronts.
At the same time?
We will use our domain's wildfire to prevent Heisent from capturing the mines. Meanwhile, I wish to negotiate an accord with Esfrost that affords us use of the Death Snell. I know full well the risks involved. However, I believe we can convince Svarog, who opposes the Archduke, that an alliance is worthwhile. Finally, we expose the falsehoods that prop up Heisent's precious teachings and incite another Rosellen uprising. In one fell swoop, we can abase the Hierophant and throw the capital into chaos. That accomplished, we shall sack the Holy State with Esfros at our side. With both the source and the crystals in our possession, no one in Norzelia will ever want for salt.
I wonder, is it Gustadolf that we need to take care of first then?
We can bring peace, equity, and stability to all Norzelia, just as Roland envisioned.
Or I guess first we'd have to stave off Exham, huh?
We can restore the Wolfort name to its former glory and usher it into a new era, as Benedict desires. An era, my dear Frederica, in which the Roselle shall be free once and for all. What I ask may sound impossible, but we have survived long odds before. Let us cling together and do so once again.
Oh, bro, you used that line on purpose, didn't you? Let us cling together? Are you serious? Some freaking Tactics Ogre in here? Oh my gosh, they really need to port Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together. Both of those games need to be ported to the Switch. They really, really do. And Square's just throwing this name out like we don't know. You own both of them. Get them on the Switch, you bastards.
Do any present have objections to the path I have set before us?
None for me, lad. You've quickened the very blood in my veins.
Permit me to speak plainly, Your Majesty. I am in agreement with Lord Serenoa.
We cannot dream our desires into reality. Some things must be fought for and won.
We've tried your way, Benedict. It's time we tried something new.
What say you three?
I am ashamed to admit that my obsession with the domain's safety may have blinded me to more aggressive solutions. Your plan is audacious, perhaps even reckless, but it is not impossible, and may well be worth the risk.
Gotta try, don't we, Benedict?
House Wolfort is better for having you at its helm, Lord Serenoa.
The fate of my people always felt so small compared to the war raging around us. Yet you would still choose to walk a dangerous path, rather than cast the Roselle aside. It would be my honor to fight alongside you and see this through.
I honestly thought Heisent would rule better than I could. That they would bring prosperity to Norzelia. I shrank from my duties and lost myself to the idea of revenge upon Gustadolf. I may well have betrayed my own kingdom.
And you
But
really
you,
would have.
Serenoa, opened my eyes to the truth. And for you, my friend, as King of Glenbrook, I shall face any enemy and lead our people to glory.
I wonder if we're even gonna reveal. I mean, it's gotta come out at some point, right? That we're siblings. I wonder if it's gonna come up. And in what
Then
context?
we've no need of the scales. Our path is decided. From here on out, we shall split into 3 regiments. Allow me to explain the role each has to play.
Are we actually gonna be fighting on 3 different fronts? We might be. That'd be crazy.
I pray that clarifies what each regiment needs do. Prolonging the war risks slowly driving the 3 kingdoms to ruin and starving their people in the process. Not to mention, all involved will lose sight of what they were fighting for if they haven't already.
Yeah, I wonder if like Frederica's gonna be sent to deal with the Roselle, Roland with Esfrost, and Benedict, here dealing with the domain. And then we can send whoever we want with each of the individual groups or something.
Agreed. 'Tis for the good of all if we bring it to a swift and decisive end.
And so we find ourselves contemplating war on 3 fronts.
Heisent and Esfrost aren't expecting such drastic action from us. The element of surprise may deliver us victory.
As will the leader of each regiment involved in this gambit.
I shall lure the Heisentian army to their doom here at Castle Wolfort.
Oh, damn.
Farog knows who I am, and swore he would fight alongside me.
Yep. Looks like
I
we
shall
guessed
depart
it.
for Esfrost and hold him to his word.
Pray, let me be the one to journey to Heisent. I would love nothing more than to expose their false idol for all to see and lead my people to rebel in the name of freedom.
Then I shall secure the help of Claris of the Consortium in exchange for information about the salt crystals. He can secret you inside the capital and provide you with explosives enough to fell the goddess. Though we fight on distant fronts, we are bound together in spirit. We fight to the last for Norzelia!
For Norzelia!
Dope. I dig it. Let's do this thing. Let's kick some ass and get this good ending. Meanwhile. Yes!
No, it can't be.
Yes!
General Avlora? Of the Asfrosti army?
Former General. I come to you now as a citizen of Norzelia. Nothing more. I come to House Wolfort in search of sanctuary. I beg you, have the mercy to take me in.
Wait here.
The best character is joining us.
General Avlora, we thought you missing.
Indeed, it was your actions that caused my brief disappearance, though I bear no grudge for how the battle ended. This time, however, I come to you with a humble request.
In this one, she fell off the bridge.
I wish to join your ranks, if you'll have me.
You wish to defect? To what end?
My boss is a
That we
bastard.
may bring this fraught and fractious chapter of Norzelia's history to a close. I would see those of Lady Cordelia's generation preside over an era of peace and tranquility. You've every right to doubt me when I say Lady Cordelia has touched me. But I swore to be her sword forevermore, not Asfrost's.
We have long been enemies. You've taken much from us in Asfrost's name.
Not in that way, guys. Not in that way.
I know you to be many things, General Avlora, but a schemer and a liar are not among them. I trust that you speak true, and your talk of a swift end to this conflict appeals to me. We are of the same mind.
My lord.
Nevertheless, there remains bad blood between us. There may be some within our ranks who are less than pleased to see you.
I expect there will be. I understand their hurt, and have made my peace with it.
I really hope that they do give us some more scenes between her and Cordelia. Like, even though there's a chance that Cordelia is or isn't in the party right now, I still hope that before the end they get scenes together. Because their dynamic in the castle was like my favorite thing in the whole world, so they better do it. They better do it.
I will suffer their slings and arrows gladly, if it means bringing peace to Norzelia.
I admire your conviction. In truth, we have already arrived at our decision. Your strength is a boon we can neither hope to replicate nor replace. I welcome you, General Avlora, to House Wolfort.
My sword is yours, Lord Serenoa.
Hell yes. Now, I knew this was going to happen too. Unfortunately, I was spoiled on the fact that Avlora would be able to join us eventually, but I'm still super stoked about it. A fierce fighter willing to risk even her own life. Stats increase when her HP is low. Boasts an incredibly powerful attack, though it is not without danger.
Now, Serenoa, let us divide House Wolfort into 3 regiments.
I leave the allocation of forces in your capable
Man,
hands.
this is going to be tough. This is going to be hard to
Choose wisely.
decide.
Once the plan is in motion, we won't have the luxury of adjusting our strategy.
I want to take Avlora into like every fight now, because I want to use her as much as I possibly can. Oh well. Oh man, this is going to be tough. Okay. All units will be divided into 3 regiments. Each regiment will fight its own separate battle. Okay, Benedict's regiment. Alright, so we've got their leaders, right? So who is Sarah Noah going to go with? So you're going to... We got to think about where they're going to be as well. You're going to be here at Castle Wolfort. You're going to be up in the north. Yeah, Narv has more fire, so Narv definitely needs to go with you. I'm going to do, like, front to back, left to right. Okay. And you're going to be at the source. So people who are, like, weak to electricity probably shouldn't go. So where is Azana? We don't want Azana in this group, that's for sure. Okay, you're in this one. That's probably okay. Now let's see. I think you're kind of tanky. Let's see. Where's our Ice Mage? Our Ice Mage, I think I want to go here to Wolfort for a defense mission. Where are you? That you, Corentin? Yeah, that's you. Okay, we don't want both of our defenders going here. I'm just like trying to organize this in a way that like makes sense to me. So we've got Defender and Eridor, Defender and Flanagan, and I'm going to consider Serenoa a Defender because he's just a well-rounded unit who can basically do anything. You're a pretty big hitter. Okay, Anna and Maxwell are pretty strong. We probably want some bows in every single fight, so we've got a bow here. You don't have a bow by the looks of it. So it's either Huette or Trish. There's a little bit more verticality stuff going on here in town, so I think that Huette can take advantage of that. She has some good movement abilities that she can take advantage of. Piccoletta, I'm going to switch you with either Anna or Maxwell, I think. Alright, do we have a healer in every single one? So, we've got Cordelia. So I think I want to go here, because I think she'll be able to station herself a little bit here. We're going to be probably defending, which Cordelia is going to be best for that. You here, and then, yeah, I think Medina going with Frederica is a good option, just simply because, well, TP management stuff. Is this team strong enough? I think it can be. You're a heavy hitter, you're a heavy hitter, you're a heavy hitter. Maybe I'll send you this way, because we've got quite a few heavy hitters here. We've got 2 mages. That almost makes me want to have Medina go with this group. But I don't know if Cordelia would be useful on this map that they're going to be going on. It's tough. That's tough. Maybe I send him here. Although he could be helpful with Decimal. Yeah, this is a tough decision. I think we're gonna go with this. I think this is gonna be our setup. Okay. You'll be able to put up walls. We have good CC. I guess he's got some CC, even though we haven't been upgrading him. She's got CC. He can put up walls and can mute people. Yeah. And you've got some defensive abilities as well. I think that's pretty good. I think we've got pretty well-rounded teams. I've kind of spread out my unused units here. I think we got 2 in this one with Quahog and Giovanna. We used Quahog a little bit, but Giovanna, Lionel, and Piccoletta haven't been used too much. So yeah, I think that I think we can do this. Once a regiment is set, it cannot be changed. Proceed? Yes. Not knowing exactly what we're going to encounter makes it even tougher. Benedict's regiment. To catch an army.
Heisent raises their army on the presumption they can seize the Grand Norzellian mines for themselves. The Hierophant has ordered them to destroy House Wolford as well. We, however, will not yield. The salt crystals are ours, and we will defend them with our lives. Heisent shall bend the knee at the tip of our blades. Their army may have the advantage of numbers, but even that will mean naught against our wildfire traps. The Heisentian army blindly obeys the Hierophant. But the Hierophant has no power here. We choose our own path, and we have the courage of our convictions. This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice. For Norzellia, now and forever.
Go team. Roland's regiment, assault on Twinsgate.
Twinsgate is sealed. Kusudov hardens his defenses at the encampment within. We will approach the gate and request an audience. We may yet find common ground with Esfrost. The duchy wields the Death Snell, a weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield surrounding Heisent to rubble. We need that weapon if we are to break the Holy State's stranglehold on Salt, and thus Norzellia. I know this may feel a betrayal to some of you. Esfrost invaded us. They are the enemy. They murdered my father and brother, and I will never forget nor forgive them for it. But I believe if Father were still here, he would see that I go to Esfrost for the right reasons. That I ask them for aid so that we may thrive. For above all, a king's duty is to his people. And I would sooner cast out the shadows of the past by building a brighter future than lament our lot in life. I ask for your aid in building that bright future. Let us walk the path set before us by Serenoa, and lead Norzellia into a new era of peace and prosperity unlike any we've known.
Frederica's regiment, Rosellen rescue effort.
To the plan. We shall slip into the capital of the Holy State, disguised as a band of merchants from the Norzellia Consortium. Lord Claris has taken on no small amount of risk in agreeing to help us gain entry. We are truly in your debt, Lord Claris.
I stand to gain more from a liberated Norzellia, where Heisent no longer dictates the terms of trade and commerce. In short, spare no extra thoughts for me. This is as much a business consideration as it is helping those in need.
As he says, this is for the future of Norzelia. We now endeavor to destroy the goddess's likeness that serves as a pillar of their teachings. If the Rosellen legends are true, we will find that the statue concealed a massive pillar of salt that was stolen from my people. This salt pillar is incontrovertible proof that the teachings and the goddess around which they are built are lies. The faithful will be shaken to their core, and the Hierophant's power will wane. With luck, we may even show the Roselle they were without fault, inciting them to rise once more and cast off the yoke of their oppressors. This is nothing less than a battle to wrest control of Norzelia from the clutches of a capricious and vengeful goddess. Have you prepared the explosives, Lord Claris?
Prepared and loaded onto a cart, my lady. Enough to bring the goddess back to Earth, I should think.
Excellent. Then let us depart.
Pretty good line.
You are a marvel, Lady Frederica. A Rosellen with Esfrosti blood, fighting under House Wolfort's banner. Who better than you to challenge Heisent's tyranny? Do you not feel the weight of destiny upon you?
This is not destiny, Lord Claris. Nothing could be less certain than the moment in which we find ourselves. Sarah Noah and I have traveled a long, hard road together. It brought us here, but it does not end here. And so we walk on.
Now you seek to fell the goddess. You are possessed of an iron will, if you'll forgive the expression.
I shall take that as a compliment. Watch over us, Mother.
Those of Aspiration has been completed. All right, we've built our teams. Let's see how well we chose them, huh?
From across the border, the Heisentian army marches, its sights set on the Grand Norzellian mines. At its head is Exham Marshal of the Saintly Seven. Seizing control of the salt is not his sole objective. He has come to investigate disturbing rumors that Serenoa Wolfort has forsaken the blessing of the goddess.
How could he?
Knowing the answer to that question and the repercussions it will provoke, House Wolfort and its allies have carved out a strategy on which their survival will hinge. They will divide their forces into three, each acting in concert to outwit their adversary. Roland will lead a company to the Esfrosti border, where they will entreat Lord Svarog for his support and the use of his death's knell. Frederica will lead her own retinue to the source to reveal the lies of the goddess's teachings and rouse the Roselle to action as her mother did before her. Benedict will remain in the Wolfort domain, ready to risk all in an effort to stave off the Heisentian army. United by their faith in Serenoa's vision, each takes to their preparations with resolve, understanding fate's judgment is at hand.
Of fire and blood.
Minister Exham has arrived with the full might of Heisent in tow. He requests a parley. How diplomatic of him, considering his forces already surround the castle. Doubtless he'll demand that we surrender the salt crystals, and that we bow our heads low to the Hierophant. We'll deny him, of course, and a battle will follow. We must make ready. The common folk have been led to shelter, and we have oil aplenty. All that is left is to steel our resolves. Although our forces are fewer, we have the advantage of terrain. Prudent use of our traps will turn the tide of battle in our favor. The enemy knocks at our gates, but we must remain calm as we form our strategy. Our friends await news of our victory.
Yeah, so if you tried to do this in your first playthrough, like, you would have significantly less troops, most likely. Like, we're only missing one. The only person we're missing is Travis. That's why we had that one open slot. But we've recruited everybody else. Alright, we're gonna jump into the encampment. We need to look at upgrading Evlora. Oh, I wonder if we can only do that. Okay, so we'll only be able to do that. Oh, she is with this group. Never mind. So yeah, we absolutely do want to do this. Okay, we need Electrum. Oh, look! I didn't think there would be more of these. I'm glad I checked. Okay, 14 and 15 are here. Good. There's nothing else new, right? No. Okay, we're gonna promote her as well. Okay, so let's see. She's got Desperate Strike, deal greater physical damage when at 50% or less. Decrease your HP by 15% of your max HP to deal physical damage to a single enemy. You cannot use this if your HP is below 15%. No escape, deal physical damage to enemies across 3 horizontal squares and lower their evasion and movement for 3 turns. Cool. Desperate Defense decreases damage taken when HP is at 50% or below. Spare no effort, raise your strength and evasion, but lower your physical defense for 3 turns. Okay, interesting. How's your natural evasion? So it's 57, defense is 44. So if your evasion goes up, that may actually, yeah, be pretty good then. Just a lot more misses, it sounds like. Increases your strength for 3 turns when you defeat an enemy. Okay. And Lone Wolf increases your stats the fewer units you have on the field, the greater the boost. Okay. That one won't be so useful, but that's fine.
We've far yet to go, together.
Okay, deal physical damage to all enemies within range and knock them back 3 squares. This one increases physical damage dealt when your HP is 25% or below. Damage dealt by risky maneuver. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, not bad. 7 more iron and I'll get that as well. Okay. So I think what I might do is the next mental mock battle. Let me double check and make sure that my difficulty is set correctly. It is not, so let's do that. Hasabar isn't there. That's a nice touch. Okay. I don't remember what we left off on. So, let's see. To each their own. Defeat the enemies within the time limit. Letting even a single enemy escape will result in failure. Don't know if we did that one. I think we did against the storm. So this might be the next one that we need to do. Yeah, I think this is the one that we need to do. So what I'm wondering is if we'll have access to everybody in this or not. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, with that being the case, I may have to do these separately then. I didn't realize that... Okay, we'll have to do them later. Yeah, we'll have to do them later when we're back together. So probably before the final chapter, most likely. And we'll just have to do a bunch of mock battles. I kind of wanted to spread them out, but, yeah. I don't want to do it with these random groups, though. I want to be able to choose my teams for these, so... That's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's see. Do I need to buy anything else? We're pretty well stocked on most things, it looks like. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go and do the investigation then. Benedict prepares for battle with Heisent, a foolproof strategy to claim victory in hand.
These traps will set our foes aflame, but at the cost of the city. We survived one battle without resorting to them, but the stakes have risen substantially. However, any means shall be justified by the end we fight for, the future we fight for. I will do what I must to win. To that end, I would survey the terrain one final time.
Yeah, we'll probably be using the traps, guys. Might be an interesting challenge to try not to, but I don't know if I'm gonna. The Hawk statuettes are in place. With them, we can reduce the Heisentian forces to ash. Once the war is over, I'm gonna open up shop again. When House Wolfort prevails and peace returns, the town will thrive, and so will my business. Seeing you stand behind yet another courageous lord takes me back to the Salt Iron War. Makes me think we can win this fight, just like we did this last one. Don't need to review that. We know how it works. I never thought I would live to see the two wars. I pray that House Wolfort wins the fight and brings peace back to our domain. Me too. Sir Benedict, I want to help House Wolfort. My mom told me the best thing I can do is stay out of your way, though. Is that true? Yes, it is. Stay, please, for the love of God. Don't come near the fight. In fact, you're gonna need to leave your house because you're in the blast zone of this wildfire. didn't even see the shiny there. Alright, we don't have a lot of money left. Panacea would be good to buy. I think we'll pass on those this time. I'll get that one to 10, because that means that we can probably get an upgrade. I never thought I'd be setting these traps again. My mom told me that you're going to protect us, Sir Benedict. Damn right. Please, end this war. My daughter and I are praying for your victory. Oh, look. There's one here, too. Interesting. I think somebody in a comment said that there was an extra one that I could have unlocked in the first fight, too. That one must be it. Another big battle's about to begin, isn't it? I'm grateful to the Wolfort domain for all it's done for me. As thanks, I will do everything in my power to aid the evacuated subjects. I can't help but worry about King Roland whenever he is not at my side, but I know I have a job to do and I will not fail. Yeah, I could have chosen my groups based on, like, their affiliations with people. Cool, another HP bracelet. I don't think we'll end up using both, but maybe. You never know. Ain't no way we're losing this fight. Leave the skull bashing to me, and I'll leave the strategizing to you, for House Wolfort. I originally planned to do trade in the Crown City. Now that King Roland has restored diplomatic ties with Heisent, salt is beginning to circulate once more in Glenbrook. I must be on my way to the capital soon, but I'll certainly miss Wolfort. I pray for your victory from the bottom of my heart. Okay, some more Superior Stones. To think another battle will come to our domain. You must win. Everyone has faith that you and Lord Sereno will restore peace to our home. Okay. Alright, let's call that good. Stage is set. Now we await the arrival of Minister Exam.
House Wolfort certainly has a curious way of greeting visitors.
As the Holy State has a curious way of announcing its arrival. I believe we can dispense with the formalities. We won't capitulate to your show of force.
Then you turn your back on the Holy One?
That is correct. You will not step foot inside the mines. You will not lay a single finger on the salt crystals.
I hope you understand the gravity of your words. The salt crystals represent the power to rule over Norzelia. You're a fool if you think we will let you have them.
It represents much more than that. It represents the end of your tyranny, the end of the suffering you've inflicted on our realm for generations. You care not for the happiness of the common people, nor do you give a whit for our house's survival.
And I take it that means you intend to survive this little outburst of yours. Allow me one question, then. What will you do with the salt crystals?
We will set right this world you've corrupted.
What fools you are. You would orchestrate your own destruction for something as uncertain as what is right. A pity. I had hoped young Serenoa would be a strong ally. A shame he has chosen a false cause.
History shall attest to the justice of our cause and the wickedness of yours.
Funny he should say that when he knows that his religion is false.
I needn't await history's judgment, Benedict. You and yours are not but heretics.
I guess
You shall share the fate all heretics share.
He might not know for sure. Obviously, Edor knows for sure. And I think Lila would have to know for sure since she helped create the puppet, the dolls. But I think he may only just suspect.
In the name of the goddess, I declare your lives forfeit.
Okay. So guess what we're doing in the next episode? We're going to do this fight. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode where we get to fight in the Wolfort streets once again. Have a good one, everybody. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Ivan K, Len, HLLJ, Knife Namaste, Caleb Adkins, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.